Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name's Lynette and thank you for coming over, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I'm really lucky with the people who come and view my channel and the friends that I've got on here, so I really do appreciate it. So today I'm doing a collaboration with a bunch of women who are all lovely, and they're all pretty new to doing their makeup on camera, and for some of us this was quite traumatic. I was having a conversation with Jill from Drop Dead Fred channel, and we were talking about you know, these YouTubers that use 10 different eye colours and they all turn out brown, and we thought, wouldn't it be a great idea just to do our everyday makeup look. Look, I talk with my hands, I'm so sorry, I'll put my hands down. I was chatting with a few other friends on here. So there's a little group of us who are doing this collaboration. So there's myself, there's Jill from Drop Dead Fred, there's Lisa from Lisa's Subscription Box Addict, there's Angela at Museum Girl 135, there's Lydia from Forever Treasure Jewel, and there's Laura Bolham, who is from, her channel is called Laura Bolham. So there's the 6 of us taking part, and we're all going to be uploading our videos today, maybe at various different points. So once all the videos have been uploaded, I'm going to save the videos to my description box, and I would really love it if you could go and show those lovely ladies your support. It means the world to us, and this was quite tricky. And this is my second time doing my makeup on camera. Second or third? Third. So it's getting a wee bit easier, but it's still, and honestly, I put a highlighter on, but as I said in the video, I will probably rub this away, which I have. So this is my everyday makeup look. I work in an office, and whether I'm kind of, whether my hands are falling off or not, I always put makeup on before I go into work. It just kind of helps. It's a wee bit like my mask, isn't it? I've used makeup every day from about the age of 16, so I don't know what I would do without it. So I'm just gonna, the next part of the video is me doing my makeup, but guys, please go out and support and subscribe to these other ladies. Thanks very much for joining me. Speak to you later. Bye bye. I must apologise, you're getting like an extreme close-up of my face today, and it feels like moon-like today. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, as discussed hopefully in the intro to this, which I've still to film, it's magic, isn't it? I'm going to show you my everyday makeup look, and I'm just going to take my house coat off. Well, it's not a house coat, it's like a little jacket. It's pretty cool. I got it from Morrison's. It's just like a, my son calls it a gaff jacket. So in Scotland, in certain parts of Scotland, you might say the same down south, I don't know, but I'm not sure about the Americans. A gaff is a house. So he would talk about like, oh, I've got a gaff party, or yeah, I'm going to somebody's gaff. So when he saw it, he's like, oh, it's a gaff jacket. House coat, house jacket. So he's off his head, that boy. He was 21 recently. Oh, no he wasn't, he was 22, sorry. Brandon's 21 in a few weeks. He was 22 on Monday. So we'll be heading up the road to see him soon. Sorry, I've just disappeared for my crackety mirror. Look at that. You can see my, there's the blinds. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I don't want this video to be too long, but today I wanted to show you, as discussed, my everyday makeup look, and it was just a wee challenge that we decided to do. So I got this new, it's called New Baby Skin, it's by Maybelline, and it's instant pore eraser. Now I have moisturised, I put my serum on and I've moisturised my skin, so I'm going to be putting this primer pore eraser on. Now if I don't have a primer, you know, if I don't get a primer in a box or whatever, I don't use primer. I just use my moisturiser, and I think Stephanie Toms said the same, that she just uses hers. I don't know if you follow Steph Tom's YouTube, but she's got a pretty cool channel. So she was saying the same, that she usually just uses moisturiser. But this primer leaves your skin feeling so nice and soft. It's lovely. But as I say, I don't know, maybe I've got in the habit of using it that I would go out and buy it. I've got my coffee. It's my husband's mug. It says, "Who's the daddy?" Which is always quite funny when we used to go on holiday with the boys. We go to Turkey every year, and they always say, one of my boys is just under 6'4", and the other one's 5'10", and they always say, "Same mum, different dad," so that mug's quite funny. I use Nivea. I use a soft tinted moisturiser with an SPF in it, and it's in light and it has vitamin E. So I just tend to either dot this on my face. Oh, it's running out. I really need to go and buy some more. I'm struggling. Oh, there we go. Oh, too much came out. I didn't think I was going to get any out for the video, and I was going to cry. So what I tend to do, right, is blow it on my face, okay? And my husband always laughs at me. But what I'm doing today is I'm just blobbing it on, just putting it on from the back of my hand. So I'm going to use a foundation brush. Now, Chrissy Mossy told me about a guy called Wayne Moss. He's a Wayne Moss. I think it's Wayne Goss. He's a British makeup artist, and I've been taken to watching him, and actually he was saying that, you know, your foundation sponge is great because it absorbs the product. However, your foundation isn't supposed to cover your imperfections. It's just supposed to even up your skin tone. And he did it exactly the same way that I'm doing it now. So I kind of feel a wee bit validated that I'm not crazy, that I'm doing it the right way. Of course, you will have your own way of doing things. Now, some people, I've noticed, do their eyes and then their makeup, and I went for a makeover. A makeover? I never went for a makeover. That sounds very talk show, doesn't it? I got my makeup done for a wedding, and the girl did that, and it was really weird because I wasn't used to doing that. And I know a lot of people on here and on YouTube do it. However, I don't set my face, but I put my foundation and my concealer on. So you'll see that's quite a natural colour. So next I'm going to go in with my Bourjois Blur the Lines, and that is in Ivory, so it's 01. So I'm nearly out. So I do this bit here, right? I do under my eyes. I do a wee bit of my eyelids. I do here. And I do here, okay? And if I'm having a particularly bad breakout, like still got the remnants of Mount Vesuvius, and still got the remnants of my cold sore, which is why I've actually probably delayed this a wee bit by refilming my look today. Partly to make it shorter, and partly because that bloody cold sore was hideous. So I'm just going to use the same makeup brush and just quickly go over it. Now, I'm up at 5:30 in the morning, but I usually don't leave the house until about 7:45. So I've got loads of time for this, but I don't spend all that time doing my makeup. I get up that early because I need to take medication, and I need for it to work, so my hands, you know, lets my hands usually, I can hear a chicken. Someone just got a chicken. Can you hear that? You probably can't hear it. Anyway, sorry, I hope I didn't slurp there. I'll have to like hit myself, right? So yeah, I usually have to have a cup of coffee, some breakfast, take my tablets, and then start getting ready. So yeah. Those chickens are so noisy. I thought about getting chickens, you know, like being an urban kind of chicken keeper. This is my contour and highlight pen from Primark, and remember, one of my empties videos I discovered that it's actually got the highlight there. So that's only like £2, so that's a brilliant wee product. So I've just done my eyebrows there, and I'm going to go in and do my eyes. So I've been using this Bourjois Trio for a number of years, and it's actually in my Beginner's Luck project panning. So you'll see I've finally kind of hit pan on all three, but I use this every single day, and I have done so for a while. So my makeup during the day is not fancy at all. I go in with this colour all over the eyelid. I use this in the crease, and I use this on my eyelid. So I'm just going to use my this brush, which is stained from the Clinique palette. Oh no, shit. Excuse my French. I was using the wrong colour, so I'm going to go in with this brush. I love how I say go in like I'm kind of some makeup guru. But I've just got so used to saying it. You hear it all the time, don't you? Oh, I'm just going to go in with this. Well, I'm just going to put this on. So that's just a lighter colour, and I'm just using that to set my eyelids. Now this is not in any way a tutorial, because I wouldn't even try an attempt to tell you how to put your makeup on. This is just my everyday look for work. And I'm trying to kind of speed it up, so normally I wouldn't be talking to cameras, I would be doing this, but I would be catching up with YouTube and watching your videos and commenting. I do watch, if I've subscribed to your channel, I will watch your videos. I put in a lot of hard work, and that's why I like people to kind of try and keep in touch with me where they can. I know it's not always possible, and I know you can't watch all the videos, but just keep in touch now and again. Let me know you're still out there. It means the world to me. I think I bought this palette years ago to use for a night out. It's a nice palette though. A palette, it's a nice trio. Back when trios were popular. Now it's like 4 or 5 colours. But this is how I do my makeup every day. Right. So that's my eyelids. And my makeup is never finished without my liquid eyeliner. Now this is just a cheapie, Fast Stroke by Collection 2000. And they do these in a range of colours, and I've used it for years, and I really, really like it. So, you know, I'm not about using a product because of its name. I'm about using a product if it works. And I always end up, you know, you still always end up going into Boots and spending a fortune. But I'd still pick up this. I spent like £12 a month on my mascara and like £2 on my liquid eyeliner, but I'm happy with it. So I've always done quite a quick flick, a thick flick. It's easy for you to say. But it's interesting, my sister, she's 6 years younger than me, and she does hard flick differently. She does a thinner flick, but we both do the flick. And I've totally ballsed this one up. and that happens. Bloody hell. You see what I've done? I've come down too far, but I'm not really bothered about that. I will hopefully try and wipe it away a little bit because my makeup isn't set. And this is the issue, isn't it? That you completely muck up your whole face. Always when you're doing it on camera, eh? It's not going to happen in your real life, but when you're trying to do something in a hurry for the camera. I say that like I do this all the time, eh? I'm sure if I was one of these makeup gurus, I would be re-editing this, or even just editing, but life's too short. I edit things together, but I'm not going to edit things out, if that makes any sense. I'm just going to use that foundation brush because it's still got a wee bit foundation on it. Oh God, I'm just making it worse. Anywho, I'm leaving it as it is. So I'm going to use my mascara. So it's my L'Oreal, and it's the double extension, and you'll notice it's blue rather than black because it's waterproof. And that's why I get a bit, whenever there's a mascara in the boxes, everybody's like, oh yeah, mascara. And I'm like, oh no, another mascara that I can't use. But it's fine. I pop them in giveaway boxes, or, you know, I will give them away to people. So this is a fibrous coat, and my face is actually looking really shiny. I've not put my powder on, but I feel like my makeup's melting today. I don't know what's going on. I think my heating's kicked in because it's quite, I had the windows open, drying the floors and stuff. So I think maybe that's happened and I'm starting to melt. Perimenopausal woman. Happens to all. Happens to us all. And I've also developed an oily skin, which I never had before. But it's really mainly an oily forehead. And I discovered, you know how some places you get that really cheap bathroom, the tissues, the hand tissues, the hand towels, the green ones that you used to get at school. They're terrible for drying your hands, but they're actually amazing for damping down your oily patches. It's brilliant. I should buy stock for the house. Just dab my head. I remember when I was in labour with my son, and the midwife said to my husband, oh, damp her brow. And I remember saying to Steve, you're going to wipe my bloody eyebrows off. Stop rubbing my bloody forehead. He did after that. I had a very long, complicated labour with Brandon. My waters wouldn't break, and so they left me. They left me for, well, overnight. And the midwife came back. They left me like 12 hours. I was 36 hours in stage, the later stage labour, and the midwife who had left me at 6 o'clock that night, no, it wasn't. She'd left me about 10 o'clock that night, and she came back on her shift at 6 o'clock, and the first thing she said to me was, what are you still doing here? What's going on? Took me down to the labour ward, broke my waters, and said to me, you know, they weren't going to break on their own. You'd still have been here next week. Broke my waters, and he was born like soon after. And then I kind of started to hemorrhage after he was born, so my poor husband was up to 90. I think he just saw the look of horror on the midwives' faces and the blood. And I always think, you know, a couple of pints of blood, if you've seen it, it looks horrendous. It's pretty scary. But the midwives did a fantastic job. And I was able to go back up on the board with my wee boy. Big boy, he was 10.11½. That was part of the problem, I think, was they told me that, oh, don't worry, you've just got a lot of fluids. Oh, they lied. But my first son was born 3 weeks early because he was lying like this in the womb, so I had a section with him, so he was 3 weeks early. However, he was 7.11½, and nobody said to me, oh, that's quite big for a baby that's actually so early that he's kind of jaundiced and he needs to go under, you know, the little lamp. He needed to go under one of those. So that's how early. He wasn't that early. Some people have babies at like 28 weeks, but he was early that he was jaundiced. But nobody said to me, actually, that's quite a big weight. So when people would say to me, oh, what weight was your son? And I say, oh, 7.11½, and they'd be like, oh, that's an all right weight. And then you forget to tell them that actually that was 3 weeks early. However, my giant baby came along at 7.11½, and I thought it was partly because I think I was bordering on gestational diabetes because I was obsessed with, like, I just eat chocolate, oh, every meal of the day. And I know that can be babies kind of like big, but he was big. He was just a big, massive baby with all this dark curly hair. And I remember looking at him thinking, can that be my baby? He's massive. He's got this dark curly hair. And the funny thing was, I'm just putting on my bronzer now. So the funny thing was, when his hair kind of grew in, it was ash blonde and poker straight, and it's poker straight ever to this day. My other son, who was a wee baldy baby, he's got curly hair. It's not curly, it's more wavy. It's like mine's if he was to grow it. He did go through a stage where his hair was a wee bit longer. I think he's got beautiful hair. But I do like it a bit on the shorter side than the longer side. So I'm just going to put some highlighter on now. Yes, I do put highlighter on for work, because I'm just that bit extra. My husband came home yesterday and I was trying out a new highlighter, and he says to me, your face is all shiny. Have you been on that YouTube? Have you been on that YouTube? So I'm just highlighting my Cupid's bow, and don't worry, it goes away because I rub my nose and my cheek all the I'm under there all the time. So it's just my Primark. I didn't show you that, did I? Bronze and Glow set. It's just such a good set. So one's kind of light, one's gold, one's matte, one's kind of sparkly, or shimmery might be the word. So I use my Luxie tapered highlighter. So there we go. Now I'm going to put my blusher on. Oh! Got my blusher. My blusher's on its last legs. Look, this. I've only had it for about 5 years. Blusher lasts forever, doesn't it? So I'll just put a little bit of blusher. And I'm going over that highlighter a wee bit. Okay. And I'm going to do my eyebrows a little bit. Just brush my eyebrows, make sure they're fine. And my lipstick. So I'm using a Stay Matte liquid lip colour from Primark. Now that's in my panning project. So there you go. That's me, ready to face the day. And can I just ask that you please go over and look at the channels of Museum Girl 135, Lisa's Subscription Box Addict, I'm going to forget somebody, Drop Dead Fred, and Laura Bolham, and myself, and Forever Treasure Duo. So there's 6 of us taking part in this, and I'm going to pop the looks in my description box once we've all completed them, so you can go over and have a wee look, and it would be fantastic if you could subscribe to the girls as well if you don't already. Have a nice day. Bye bye.